You are listening to the Everything Goes podcast.
This is Gus with the Everything Goes podcast. On this week's episode, Heidi and I are talking about the school shooting that happened in Uvalde, Texas. School shooting, elementary. I know it's a sensitive topic. I know it can be frustrating to hear some of the topics, some of the rants that I go in. But I just want to give you guys a quick update on why I went into my rant. Obviously, I am a parent. It's hard to just hear some of the stories, some of the things that happen, some of the stuff that's coming out during the Uvalde school shooting investigation. Some of the investigations findings were shootings that the police and the people that were in charge during the investigation, they found out that shooting found systematic failures by law enforcement. So as you all know, people that were there were praising themselves, and it all came down that the response was bad. Now, let me give us a quick background of why I go on my rant. All my life, I've worked with kids. I've worked in elementary. Matter of fact, I met my wife working for an elementary school. I have many friends that worked. I coach Pop Warner football. And to top it off, I am a parent of two boys. One that's still in the elementary, one that's just junior high now. So as you could tell, you're going to hear me rant on this episode. I just can't imagine the frustration that the parents are going through. The Uvalde school shooting and the failure of the police to take action. Real quick, during their investigation, whoever's doing the investigation, I just didn't want to go into it, but these are the updates that have happened since May. A real quick rundown. 19 kids, 2 adults were shot and killed by a 19-year-old. I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to praise him. I just want to give you guys a little update, quick update. The person in charge, Police Chief Peter Ardondo, fired by the school board. So obviously he was not going to step down. He didn't want to step down. He didn't want to take the blame. But after the investigation, it came down that, yes, your officers and the people that were in charge. So this is what they said. Shooting finds systematic failures by law enforcement. And somebody has to go. So their parents and people that were in charge or whatever, they wanted Chief Pete Ardondo out. So that happened. And then the latest, it says that 5 officers are under investigation for their response on the Uvalde school shooting. That's what it says. So basically, I guess they're under investigation for not responding. And then the last thing, it says officers spun heroic stories but failed at all levels. So this is what they have found so far in their investigation. And the last thing, this is what I guess my rant's all about. It took 73 minutes to breach the classroom. 73 minutes. Wow, it took that long. And supposedly they trained for these situations. 73 minutes, they could hear the kids crying, screaming. They could hear the shootings. They failed to act. So this is why I'm giving you guys a little bit of an update. It's hard and very frustrating. And I hope you guys understand why I go into my rant this time. And this topic, you know what, Heidi? We have to talk about it. It's just, maybe I should have came out with this first.
Uh-huh.
It's the Uvalde shooting.
Yes.
Mass shooting.
Texas.
It's a tough situation what those parents had to go through. The people in Texas and Uvalde, because of all the crap that are officials, that are the ones that were supposed to protect the kids and stuff. It's horrible. So you've heard of what happened in Uvalde,
Yeah.
Texas, Heidi?
Yes.
So you've heard about it, right?
Yes.
So they had the report come out, and I don't need the report to tell me what I saw. For those people that haven't heard, Uvalde, Mexico, Texas, Uvalde, Texas, in the elementary of Robb Elementary. That's what it's called, Robb Elementary.
Mm-hmm.
19 children died, were killed. 2 teachers were killed. So, for real quick, I just don't want to get into like the details because there's a lot of stuff in there. But we'll go over like the stuff that I would have done as a parent, because the report that came out just as a parent makes you so fucking pissed, so fucking pissed. I think any parent, I wouldn't. God, if that would have happened to me and my kids, God, it's just Devastating. So I feel for the parents. I feel like I had to say something for the parents. I know the news outlets are out there saying stuff, but I'm a parent. You're a parent, Heidi. There's parents out there that listen to this podcast, and I guarantee you that we would have if we would have known what the law enforcement did. Fuck, man, I don't know how would I reacted to this. How you keep your cool. Now, so I said 19 children died and two teachers died.
2 adults.
2 adults. No, I'm gonna say 2 teachers. So this guy called Salvador Ramos, I guess he shot his grandma earlier in the day after having a discussion or having an argument with his grandma.
Salvador Ramos is the shooter?
Yes, the active shooter. And he shot his grandma in the face with his AR-15 style rifle. And from there, I guess they called the cops or whatever happened, and they chased him, and he ended up walking or running through the one of the fences that's at an elementary school, one of those side fences that are always open, and he ran up in there and started shooting. Ran into one of the classrooms, started shooting. Teachers were in there closing their doors. And this thing happened within an hour. It happened within an hour. So all the shooting, the killing and all that shit happened within an hour. And this is the bad problem. This is the problem of what happened. God, I don't even know how to put it in. But the gist of it is that he killed 19 kids. But
no, re-say that. You're not making sense right now.
It's because it's hard to explain.
You said 19 children, 2 kids.
And 2 teachers. The thing is that it's hard to kind of put in words what happened. So everybody knows that it stopped. Dude got killed. But the actions or the non-actions of the police departments, because there were a lot of them there, the Texas Rangers, the Sheriff Department, the U.S. Border Patrol. There was a lot of them in there. There's a lot of agencies that were there.
Mm-hmm.
The thing they get heavily criticized is the lack of action of what they did and how long it took.
Mm-hmm.
So, picture this. So they were there an hour. They didn't do nothing. The story is that they were going back and forth with the Uvalde Police Department, and I guess the Uvalde, the guy that was in charge was the Uvalde Police Department. But there were many agencies there.
Mm-hmm.
The police chief at the time, I guess, had a command post somewhere in there, and he was the one kind of leading the way.
Mm-hmm.
As the report came out, it said that they were, they lacked fucking leadership, active training. They lacked initiative, all that. They like a goal.
Yeah.
They were just if you see the video that came out, a lot of these officers were just hanging out, fist bumping each other. There was a guy that would walk up the hallway and was using the hand sanitizer while the kids were in there, where they were just waiting on orders, and yet I don't want to be all up on the cops either, because there were some cops that were just wanting to go in there,
and they couldn't because why?
Because they were being stopped. There's a story of a cop that one of his wife was a teacher or something like that, and he was supposedly being restrained because he wanted to go in there.
Yeah.
And they restrained him. So imagine this. So I told you there was everybody was just hanging out for an hour. As bad as it sounds. They were just hanging out for an hour.
But in those situations, don't you just have to react?
Yeah, and this is the problem.
Why do you have to wait on commanders to tell you what to do?
Yeah, because they knew that, because people were calling and I go, we got an active shooting. We got kids that shot. They're bleeding. Everything's going down. And they're waiting to get more kids shot at?
Mm-hmm.
Where all the guns are there?
Okay, so what else does the report say?
So the report came out and it said, obviously everything I said right now, but on one of the videos, it shows parents on the background crying and screaming for them to do something. And this is another report where I was telling you that parents were outside and they weren't being let in the school, because as a parent, what would you do? You know that there's an active shooter out there. Kids are not coming out of the class.
You gotta go find your kid.
You hear the bullets inside.
Mm-hmm.
The guy shooting up the school. You hear the crying, the screaming. And police officers not doing nothing. They have all these rifles. They got all these shotguns, all these guns. And they're just hanging out.
Nothing.
So what happens? There's a story of a mom supposedly ran up in there, ran up to where the cops were at, and she just wanted to go through the barricade, I guess. And they told her, they held her back and they told her, you do that again, we were gonna arrest you. And she wasn't the only one. There's a couple parents. What she did is she went around the school, jumped the fence, ran to her kid's room, because she knew she felt that if she didn't do something, she couldn't live with herself. So she jumped the fence, ran to her kid's class, knocked on the door, told her it was a mom, and let the class out because she knew that the shooter was somewhere else in the area, like the
opposite side, or something.
Yeah, in the opposite. Because some of these, when she starts shooting, they're told to kind of like hide in their classrooms and stuff. But this mom's like, fuck this. These fools ain't doing nothing. So she let the class out, and she had another child that she did the same thing. She jumped the fence. She is the one that let two classes out.
Oh, so there was another mom that did the same thing?
No, that was the same mom. She had a different child in a different class.
Oh, okay, got it.
It's like kind of like us. Two different kids, two different classes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And she did what the cops couldn't do or weren't willing to do. Or I don't know if they're willing or they were just waiting.
Yeah.
Tell me as a parent how frustrating that would be.
Yeah, it would be frustrating. It would be confusing.
Not confusing.
Yes, confused. Like, what the fuck's going on? Like, why aren't you doing anything to the officials?
After one of the other reports says that the guy that took him down, that took the active shooter down, because the Uvalde Police Department was there taking they were the ones that were giving orders out.
Mm-hmm.
The chief told these guys, "Hey, hold back. We're gonna wait. We're gonna get an." I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
Wait for what?
Exactly. But the thing is that maybe he thought that he could negotiate. I don't know what the hell. But when you hear shots being shot and you hear kids crying, yelling, screaming, and all that, you got to go in there. That's what the SWAT's for. Active shooter, you got to go now. They're kids. He waited an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the problem. None of those agencies, but the one person that reacted, guess who the one person that went in there and shot the guy? An off-duty. I don't know if it's true, but this is what I heard and I saw. Border Patrol. Of all the agencies, an off-duty Border Patrol showed up.
Yeah.
And took him down.
Because the son was in there, right? The wife?
Something like that,
He
yes.
was like at a barber shop getting his hair cut. Something like that.
Yes.
And the wife.
So you've heard that, right?
Yes, I've heard.
Tell me how messed up that is.
Everything's messed up.
And this is the problem, too. So that happened. I guess the officials, all the chief and people in the media, whatever, praising the law enforcement. Praising them. This is the day after. They're praising the law enforcement. Good job, guys. La, la, la. This is before the investigation.
Mm-hmm.
This is before the reports started coming out that officers were being restrained, that everything was, that they were, like whoever was doing the orders didn't know what they were doing, that they could hear kids screaming and all that shit, but there was no action taken.
Your first instinct when you hear like a child crying is
to go
help, try to figure out what's wrong. How can you help that child? And they didn't do anything.
They didn't do that.
Cowards.
Right?
Yeah.
But the first thing that these people did, what? City council and all that. Oh, let's praise the police for their job, great work, or whatever they did.
Mm-hmm.
They were praising themselves. Mm-hmm. And then I'm telling you, the story started coming out of what the mom did, what this person did, like the tactical guy.
Yeah.
And then the worst part, when the video came out, you could see the fist bumps. You could see the guy. Maybe it's out of context, but goddamn.
Fist bumps for what?
Exactly. What have you done?
Every second counts.
Exactly. That's what people are saying. The parents are saying, what the fuck did you guys do? What were you guys waiting for?
Yeah.
So within the week, all these reports started coming out. Governor Greg Abbott, it says so. So this is what it said. After praising first responders, Governor Greg Abbott called for an investigation for lack of action, because there's a bunch of reports coming out that these fuckers didn't do shit. And the reason I talk about this is it's happening more often. It's not the first time that officers didn't
react.
Yeah, there was I forget what other one where there was an active shooter and the cops, they were the first ones running out the building. I think we've spoken about it. Even in Saugus here, there was a cop that was the police that was, you know how every
school
has a cop. He ran out. I think he got fired, and then he was able to resign because of how bad he looked. How bad.
Yeah.
You know, you're a police officer, and I'm sorry, and most police officers, I'm not saying not all of them, but that's what you signed up for, to serve and protect.
Mm-hmm.
As bad as it sounds for me, like getting on them, I know that there's cops out there that just, I don't know why I get it. They have to always fucking follow orders.
Mm-hmm.
But goddamn, what do you do then? What do you do?
So then what happened? Did the Uvalde Police Department get penalized? What happened? Did the Uvalde Police apologize to the family members, to the community?
No, but people were outraged. So
is there like a class action lawsuit
there's
against them?
There's all that.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah, there's all that. There's an investigation. Well, there was an investigation. That's what the videos came out. Mm-hmm. And that's what we're talking about, because the videos came out last week. And the outrage got even worse because they were at City Hall wanting
answers.
They wanted answers. They wanted what the fuck's going. Why the lack of action? And I guess at the time they wanted the Uvalde police chief to be fired. He stepped down. He resigned. I think he resigned, or he got fired. I'm not sure. But for a while he didn't want to. He felt that whatever he did was the right thing.
I feel everybody involved should be let go.
Well, that's what the investigation is for. This is what the thing that I'm talking about now is just what they released, because there's an internal investigation still going on there. They want to see if they have to charge somebody for lack of whatever, which I doubt. But they train for these things. Suppose that's what they do. They train for these things and they fucking failed miserably.
But at the same time, even if they do train, it's never the same.
No, of course not. It's never going to be the same. But the thing is that I want you, like, for the listeners and just for you and I in general, what would we be doing if that were to happen? Because it can happen. It's happening more often.
Unfortunately, yes.
What will we do as parents? I know there's parents out here that listen to the show.
Just the simple fact that there's no answers, for us parents to console us or to have closure, it's kind of fucked up,
And this is the worst part. I don't know who leaked the video, because this video was supposed to be out. They were supposed to be shown to the parents.
Uh-huh.
Like before. So somebody leaked it out. It was one of the news outlets that leaked it out.
Mm.
And they're getting killed for that, and they should.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they would.
They weren't sensitive enough.
Yeah, idiots. Why would they do that? I get it. News is always about who get the exclusive. This is what they're gonna show the parents tomorrow.
Yeah, the breaking news.
So a lot of parents are crying because it brings back all this rage.
Yeah.
That rage. As a parent, what would we do? What would be the action? What would be? We live in California, in the LA area, so gun rules here are a little bit different, and yet we still have these mass shootings, killings.
Yeah.
In a state like Texas, where I think you could carry openly, you could have as many guns as you want. I'm not sure. I know Dupree is like the gun expert,
Yeah.
and
But like, what can you do as a parent besides, you know, God forbid it happens to us, besides us mourning the loss of our children? I mean, what can we really do?
I think there's got to be. I don't know if schools actively train for mass shootings now, because it's happened in Sandy Hook a couple years back, like 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It happened in Saugus in high schools now. Combine in '99. It happened. It's happening more often. There's crazies out there in the world.
There's a lot of schools that don't make it to the news outlets that things happen there.
So, yeah, and I mean, and this is the worst part, man. Like, I wouldn't even think about, like, if I'm on a rage or whatever, why would I even think about going to a school and start blasting kids? I don't understand.
Because he's a coward. The shooter was a coward. It's easy for him to take it out on innocent children than stepping up to an adult, to a real man per se.
I would have gone gun blazing. I ain't give a damn. If these guys were so coward enough, like the cops, whatever, the law enforcement, they didn't want to, send the army. The army knows what's up. Send a couple Marines. I guarantee you, Marines would have been running up in there. I don't know. I mean, but the cops just, oh my God. And I don't want to say just cops. I want to say the leader, because they have to listen to whoever's in charge.
Their chief?
Yeah.
Commander?
Yes.
I don't know their
I
titles.
guarantee you that them guys, a lot of them were like, God, why can't we go in there? Why? Let's do this. There were some. I guarantee there was guys like that.
Yeah.
But their boss was like, "No, we gotta wait. Let's wait." Fool.
Yeah.
I don't know where he was at. Maybe they should have brought him to the front line. Their police chief.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if you would have heard the kids crying, the blasting, the shootings up in there, he would have reacted. He would have done more. I don't know how it worked. I don't know if he was there or not, or he was from the outside.
Is the government giving the family members from the students, the ones that unfortunately passed away and the ones that made it, like psychological help?
I'm pretty sure.
Like
Not the government. It's most likely the school.
School?
Yeah.
But the school is from the government, so.
The city, the state. But yeah, of course, there's always that. Yeah. There's a lot of things that go in there, but they're trying to. One of the things I saw, they're trying to, obviously, there's going to be a lawsuit. There's going to be, they want to see, obviously, they want people in charge that were in charge. They want them out.
Especially this upcoming new school year. We're only weeks away.
Right?
Like 10, 15 days away.
I was told that, I don't know if that was their last day of school or something like that.
That must be very traumatizing.
Or that was their last week of school. I was told that, or I was reading that. It must have, could have been the last day of school, like their last days of school, like the last week of school, or something like that. Imagine doing that, man. If you'd have came a week later, before, there wouldn't have been nobody in school. Fucking, it sucks, man. It sucks that the people that are put to help and to protect did not do what they're supposed to.
Didn't do their job.
Yeah, because that's what they train. That's what they train for.
They failed the people.
God, tell me how horrible that is. And we all, like, I'm telling you, the reason I brought it up is not just because of like what happened. Yes, it happened. It's a bad thing. But Texas, I'm telling you, gun reform in Texas is a little bit different than here. I believe in guns. I believe in the second, what is it, the Second Amendment? The right to bear arms. And the thing with that, yes, you have the right, but there's a lot of crazies out there. So there's got to be a way where you kind of screen these idiots. Because I want to say in Texas, I'm not sure I would have liked to have like researched this, but I'm thinking that I don't think you even have to have a license to own guns.
No, you could just walk into the store and get one.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then
crazy.
and also like he wasn't carrying just a little gun; he was carrying an assault rifle.
Yeah.
Kind of you use at war.
How did he even get the money for that?
That's another thing.
How old was the shooter?
I think he was 18.
Wow, youngster, huh?
He was 18. 18, and then it tells you something's wrong with it because he shot his grandma. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Tell me how bad that is. And not only that, I saw not this specific case, but I saw a different case where the mom actually reported her son that he was gonna do it because she walked into his room
Mm-hmm.
and saw like his manifesto, what he was gonna do the day prior, or the next day or whatever. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
not the day prior, but the next day. So he saw his manifesto, so he leaves all these things ready, so when they come and like investigate, they're gonna see what he had planned, his will, all that shit, what he was thinking, and so his mom saw that because she walked in there thinking, hey, let me clean his room or something. Walked in there and she read his manifesto on his desk or something like this. Like, what the fuck? And she called the police on the guy. She called the police on her own son.
That's good.
Think about it. But the article was, how many parents would do that?
I would.
You would. See, but that's the thing, though.
I would call the police, and I would confront my son. What the fuck's going on? You got something to say? Like,
it's hard because as a teen, and
and you get them the help they need.
Yeah, but this is the thing, though. I grew up when my parents they're always working, so you kind of have to figure it out yourself. And I'm pretty sure there's kids out there that are doing the same thing. They're in high school. They're almost young adults. Matter of fact, they're young adults already.
Yeah.
And they're going through their issues. A lot of them are closed off. You know, and sometimes teens are hard to deal with. You hear it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Teens are hard to deal with. They're going through some shit. You see it on Stranger Things. They're always dealing with whatever is in their world at that moment.
Okay.
So how do you know when they imagine your kid closes off to you? Doesn't want to tell you anything? She's lucky she walked in and saw what her son was thinking. So the interview was like, how did you go about? How did you feel? She said that it's bittersweet that she saved people's lives. But again, it's her own son.
Yes, you need to get them the help they need.
Yeah. And they arrested him. I think they you're right. I think you said that, and he got the help he needed. But at the time, his son was like, I was just playing, Mom. How could you do this to me? So she felt a lot of guilt. But when she sees what happened in Uvalde and like stuff like that's going on in the world, he's like, I hope it was the right thing to do. I hope I could have given my son the help that he supposedly at the time. Now they're good, she said. They're good now. But at the time, he kind of didn't like her so much. She was hating him. He was
as a teenager, you always get to that point where like you kind of don't like your parents anyways.
No.
It's
not all of them.
It's a phase we go through.
Yeah, because
we all
rebellious. Yeah,
we all get to that point where like our parents are annoying. Just leave me alone, like, you know.
Yeah.
But they're just doing the best they can. So
yeah, it sucks. I just had to bring that up just because there's so much shit going on, and I know for a fact that they like people out there in or anywhere they always try to politicize. That's what it's called, right? Let's bring the politics into this bullshit, which I hate because I fucking really hate politics. Mm-hmm. But I do agree that you just can't go giving or selling guns.
No, they need to like redo their whole format of being able to achieve a gun.
Yeah,
they need to like redo that whole paperwork, that whole legal document. I
agree that there's something not right there.
I just don't know why they don't want to.
Because
why don't they want to? It's not like we're saying no guns. We're just saying like be more thorough about like how you go about releasing a gun.
And if
the people really want a gun, make them do the like psychological evaluations.
Just like you do a cop.
Just like with everything.
Just like they do in the military.
Even when you train as a teenager to get your permit.
Yeah, they do. Right?
They make you do hours.
Yeah.
I mean, like for everything.
I know. There's and I want to say Texas, Florida, because there's some big gun states out there that love. But in Texas, I've noticed that a lot of these political people are always bringing politics into it and using well that would have not stopped if so and so happened or this and that happened. So it's always a political thing with politics, and it usually gets clouded in there. And that's what's happening now with Texas.
Instead of seeing the bigger picture, the either party like takes over the if you guys would have voted for us or do this, we would have done that,
Yeah.
Instead of mutually coming together and seeing the best outcome for.
Because you see these people that always are outspoken against guns.
Yeah.
Get rid of like assault rifles. Why do we need assault rifles when we are not at war? Only soldiers, military should have that.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly feel that you should have whatever gun you want. You need to have to protect yourself, but there's got to be also like a background check, man. Put them on a database. If this fucker's psycho, I wouldn't want, like if you ever walk next to a psycho fucker, would you give him a gun? If that fucker's unstable, I guarantee you would think different.
Yeah.
But that's a right in Texas.
And even if you do pass everything, let's say to have the rights to own a gun, like still keep them yearly, like checked in.
I think they do. The ATF does that though.
They do?
I think so.
I don't really know much about it, but
depending on the assault rifle, because I've seen that on the news. They come and check. They come and check like your guns if you have like big assault rifles. Because I think in other states you can walk around with your assault rifle on your shoulder. I think it's Texas.
Oh wow!
You can walk around and the cops will come and ask you, "Hey, okay, what are you doing out here?" It's my right to walk around with my gun. Because I think over there you could have in the holster open, like I don't know what it's called. When you could have it in the open, you could have an assault rifle in the open. You could do a lot of things in Texas. I'm telling you, it's a little weird. It's like the Wild Wild West when it comes to guns. And so I think that's one of the things that's why politics always gets in the way with this bullshit. I wish politics wasn't a thing, but it is. Because you see the Democrats and the Republicans, well, gun reform, and they go back at it, back and forth, and it's stupid. Because then you kind of lose
the bigger picture.
Yeah,
that's what I've been trying to say.
Yeah, too. So there's bigger things to that. So for the law enforcement out there in Uvalde, I'm glad that they're getting rid of these guys that took no action, and I feel so bad for the parents out there, man. I really do. And as a parent myself, it's just so frustrating. So frustrating. I guarantee you, even if you're a young guy or a young person listening to the episode, there's got to be some frustration there. Because everybody has a friend. Everybody has a sister, brother.
It's just frustrating the fact that it's an ongoing thing. Like, I'm 37, and I remember school shootings since I was little.
Yeah.
And then the fact that absolutely nothing has been done in the U.S.
Yeah.
It's kind of like frustrating.
Yeah.
And it's sad because, in the sense, like it's becoming our norm. Oh, it's just another gun shooting day at a school,
and it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah. Or like, and then now with social media, it's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like the sorry doesn't help anymore.
It's specific. That's a good point you said, because people forget about it so quick. People forget that there was a big ass shooting. Remember, like 3-4 years ago, and we stayed in the same hotel that the shooter was shooting from in Vegas.
Yeah, Mandalay.
Yes, we were there.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
During like one of the festivals, the country music festival.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right?
Yes.
So, and people forget, and yet we go to Vegas and act like nothing's ever happened.
Yeah.
It happened here at a store, too. There was a mass. It wasn't a mass shooting, but there was a couple people shot. Girl got shot through one of the dressers by a cop.
Yeah, Burlington.
Yes.
Burlington Coffee.
And she was just hiding with her mom there, and the next thing you know, boom.
She gets shot.
She got shot and told her mom, I have pain in my stomach. And then the mom looked down and she was bleeding. They were hiding in one of the dressers. Same thing happened in, I think, again, I think it was Texas, out in a Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy ass fool shooting Hispanics. All the rhetoric, all the bad stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much crap, man. There's so much.
Yeah.
This is the thing, man. If you're gonna regulate something, why don't you regulate fucking news outlets? The reality. CNN has a lot to do with this bullshit. The other crap, what is it? Fox News.
Mm-hmm. Even the Hispanic channels.
Yeah, yeah, all news outlets.
Yes.
Social media a lot has to do with it too. So it's just gun reform is not just one of the issues. There's a lot of issues out there.
Yes.
If you're gonna reform the gun laws, maybe we should reform the news outlets too, because they all they do is report the bad stuff, never the good stuff. Same thing with social media. When the bad stuff, you know how many bad videos I've seen on social media? My friend sends them to me all the time, and I'm like, damn, don't be sending me this crap. It's horrible. But the reality is, it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
We're parents. Our kids are gonna grow up in it. So either you're ready or we're not ready. So that's it.
Yeah.
My name is Gus. Thank you, Heidi.
You're welcome.
I know.
Hopefully, we see some positive change.
Right. That's what we want. Positive changes.
Yes.
For real. For real. I know it can be as strict because California is strict as fuck when it comes to gun laws. So that's what I've been told from Dupree, because I don't own a gun. I want one.
Mm-hmm.
I want one. I really do, because I feel like I need to protect my people, because all these crazy. There's a bunch of crazies out there. So I don't think that they should fucking ban guns. No. Give it to the ones that are okay, I guess. I don't know how that goes. I'm not a guy, but if the crazies have guns, I need a gun. So that's it, right?
Yeah, just have more strict rules in order to obtain it and keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to say and bad to say when you see all these. I don't know if you've seen like all the fucking robberies that's going on here in LA and all throughout the United States.
It's so frustrating.
So fucking stupid, right?
Yes.
So what would you do if they come into your fucking house without you? They just fucking rush you, take all your shit.
Yeah.
You get me? There's got to be a way of. There's got to be something else that you could protect yourself.
True.
How's that work for a business? Can you have a gun in a business? They come into and jack all your shit?
No. Well, if you're the business owner, you need to have a license to have a gun. You can't just not have it without being registered.
Because I've seen a lot of these companies, even the
and
jewelry.
then I don't know how it goes with like your insurance policy.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works.
It's funny because I see a lot of these stores, like the high-end stores are in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
And the other one, what is it called, the other one?
Even here in Woodland Hills, Nordstrom.
Yeah. No, but what do they call the other one? The high place area out there. It's not Hollywood, not West Hollywood. It's what is it called? It's in Beverly Hills. What is it called? That they have like this. That the Kardashians
Rodeo Drive.
Yeah, Rodeo Drive. That people were going in there, smashing some of the jewelry, some of the stores that were being robbed and stuff.
Yeah, it's so sad.
It's so expensive, right?
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff is expensive. And it's funny that we say that, because I go to dispensaries and guess what? There's armed security guards there.
Yeah.
And yes, weed is not as expensive as some of these high-end stuff. But why wouldn't there be security guards at jewelry stores? I get it. It looks ghetto. But those are the times we are living in now. Why wouldn't they do that, though? Why?
I don't know, to be quite honest with you.
We just went to church and the security guards have guns.
Guns, yes.
And I told you, look at that guy. Damn, he has a gun and he has 2 clips. Holy shit. Why wouldn't they do that in Rodeo Drive? Yes, it looks tacky. Yes, it looks ghetto. But eventually.
I guess because in that particular area, you don't assume that there's going to be that type of crime.
Yeah. But like I said, it's happening all over. Yeah. Fucking world is going crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, they've been after poor 7-Eleven right now and Starbucks.
Fucking idiots, man. You see this shit?
Yeah.
This is why the fucking Democrats are fucking are losing. Remember we spoke about it. I hate talking politics, but this is the reason that a lot of these people dislike what's going on with our government. And I say,
I mean, you know, I'm not into politics. I'm very ignorant. I choose to be ignorant just because I don't want to get involved. It's honestly, it's not my cup of tea.
I fucking hate it.
It's pathetic. I mean, they both are backstabbers.
Yeah.
But it's and I might cause controversy right now, but I don't mean it in a meaningful way or in a malicious way. But all these robberies get me like, I don't even want to see them anymore. I don't pay attention to it because this is like one of the reasons, I guess not the reasons, but this is the outcome of those people that voted cancel the police.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So now go suck a toe.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then also like the Black Lives Matters. Like all these robberies are being by black people.
Not all of them, but you'd see that the majority of them are there, yeah.
Out of 195% of them are black people. And it's not that I have anything against black people. I love them. I have friends that are black. But let's be real.
Yeah. I heard this.
It's like, why are you not like helping your raza, like your race? Like, why are you making them be still like be tainted? Why don't you want to make your people better? Why? What? I don't know. It just and also with our people, with Hispanics. I mean, I see it every weekend. And I see the ghetto-ness, and I'm just like, wow, like we're in this country and you don't want to better yourself.
Yeah.
It's like you want to be stuck in poverty. And it's by no means that you and I, Gus, are fucking eating with a silver spoon every day, you know, but...
Actually, no, you meant with a golden spoon because...
Okay, a golden spoon. Well, I heard...
Our shit's silver, I'm sorry.
I heard, like... the phrase silver spoon before, so that's why I was using it. But
it's true silver, yeah, you're right.
But I mean, it's just very upsetting. Like, this is why I don't know. It's just frustrating to see like us human beings diminish everything we built to do better, and then here comes a fucking few bad apples. And they tear us down. Oh, perfect example right now. What's that new bridge in LA that they just finished building?
I don't know, but Josh was talking about it. They have that in East LA.
Yes, it's this new fancy fucking bridge out of the state-of-the-art bridge type of thing.
Yeah.
Not even a week that it opened. People are fucking, you know, racing down the street, down the bridge. They're giving haircuts on the bridge. It's like they take away
what's good about
the beauty of art, like to be innovative, to bring new attraction to LA. It's like our own fucking LA people.
No, that's social media though. It's like the look at me culture. Look at me. Look at my
car. Look at me fucking doing good shit. Don't look at me here like robbing or doing
stupid shit.
Doing stupid stuff.
Yeah, that's the reality of
and that's all I'm gonna say about that, because
that's a good thing, because I mean, I've spoken to people about it, because
yeah, but nowadays people get so sensitive.
Yeah, but that's stupid though. What they're doing is so fucking idiotic.
So to all those people, cancel the police and this and that.
Yeah, you
know what? Yeah. If you get robbed, don't say shit. Don't even call the police, because you asked for this.
Yeah. Well, look what's happening. That's so. Going back to that bridge, the guys are climbing over the arches. They're literally crawling up there. They're fucking.
It's like climbing. We can't have pretty things.
I have a friend that told me that
it's ridiculous.
And I would hate to, I hate to be like this. And maybe he does have a point, but when damn, maybe I should just leave it there, because he told me this is the way he truly feels. And he's an Hispanic guy. He goes, you know what, guys? Like, when we get together, Hispanic people, we fuck shit up, man. We should learn more from, like, our white friends. And
yeah, let's take the good.
Yeah.
Not, like, fucking...
the ghetto-ness.
The ghetto shit.
Why do we embrace ghetto-ness? That's the problem. We embrace it. We embrace, like, street life, supposedly.
Well, it's that thumb rule from a lot of, this author that I follow. And all these motivational speakers that I listen to, and and the fact that I've read their books as well, It's one of the thumb rules of becoming great, like changing your habits to do better, to break your cycle.
Yeah.
Look at the 5 people you hang around with. If those 5 people that surround you are at the same level as you or lower, those are not the 5 people you should be hanging around with.
Yeah.
You should be hanging around with people that are smarter than you.
Yeah.
People that have other interests than you. Why? Because it's, first of all, you gain knowledge, you learn new things, you gain new perspectives, and you get new opportunities in whatever avenue that might take you.
Yeah.
But if you surround with shit, that's what you're going to be attracted to.
Yeah. You attract shit, yeah. Because that's what you think it's cool at the moment. I don't understand, man.
I don't get it. I don't understand. And I've spoken about it. I don't understand why our Hispanic people can't just go have dinner, chill, enjoy the live music. No. They leave their freaking kids sleeping on the booths while they go fucking dancing the whole night away. I don't get that.
That's why we have to break that cycle. And this is, I think we've spoken about it. I think we spoke a little bit about it last week, and in past episodes I've spoken with Josh about this. It's up to us as like the older generation. It's up to us. Oh, I don't know what generation I am. What, Generation Z?
I get them confused.
Not Z.
X, Y, Z, W, K. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. But
okay, so I'm in my early 40s.
I would say the 80s, the 90s generation.
Yes. Okay, that era. This is the era I'm specifically talking. And maybe when you're younger, the younger people, when you get as old as I am, break that habit. When you have your own kids, when you have your own grandchildren.
No, break the habit now.
No, because they'll never understand until they live through it. So this is what I'm telling to the older folks, just like my age. It's up to us to break that cycle, and we've spoken to Josh about it because we've spoken about it. It's up to us to break that cycle because I grew up poor, I grew up ghetto, and I look at myself and I was like, this is one of the reasons when we first got together, I wouldn't want to live in a ghetto as apartment, no matter how much the price was.
How cheap?
Yeah. Because you had a family member that would live, and I used to say, fuck, I ain't going to live with fucking Freddy Krueger down there. I used to say that all the time.
Yeah, you've always been very selective.
And the reason is because I've been there. Yeah. Let's break the fucking cycle. Let's fucking move on. And we have.
We have.
And then your kids are going to move up in life and make the world a better place than always stuck in this fucking cycle. Look at where I live. Look where my grandma lives. Because I have friends and I know people that live in that, that are stuck in that fucking cycle. Look at my kids. Look, I live in the fucking same projects that my grandma lived in. And I live in the same projects that my parents lived in. And now I'm living with my kids and they're being fucking, you get me?
Yeah.
In the same projects, in the same, that's all they know. And they're stuck in this fucking cycle instead of bettering themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You see that more often.
Yeah.
But you see it only when you want to see it, though. If those people really want to see it, they'll see it.
Yeah. If not, you're just going to live your life, ignoring reality and then claiming yourself, or no, not claiming, but your narrative as being the victim. Oh, I can't have this because of this. Oh, I can't do that because of this. We all have choices at the end of the day. And that's the beauty of it. We have choices. Unlike other countries, they don't give you choices.
No. It sucks. But, these are new times, new world. And I hope I hope that nothing ever like that happens, at least to my family and to any of you guys that are listening out there. The Uvalde stuff, it's just fucking horrible.
Yes, the whole situation's horrible.
It's just horrible, man. It's horrible.
Poor kids.
The kids, yeah, for sure. But not only that, like the parents. How do you deal with that shit, man?
Yeah.
I always tell myself that I better go before my kids ever go. Straight up.
Yeah. I don't even think about it because I wouldn't be able to cope with it.
Yeah. No,
our kids are everything.
Yeah, but that's the new reality we live in.
Yeah.
The new fucking reality there. And that's one of the reasons I would tell you, always keep your eyes fucking like straight up. That's why when I go pick you up at night at work, it's like, fuck, how did you end up here? Those things go through my mind. Mm-hmm. I don't like that atmosphere. You saw what I saw yesterday. I was like, ugh.
I don't like the atmosphere too, Gus. But when you, I'm not the owner of the business.
Yeah.
But the daughter of the owner. So when you are self-employed, when it's your business, it's you and only you.
Yeah, but
and she has asked me for help, so I'm helping out in what I can. And
no, I get what you're doing, and I just don't like the atmosphere because I came from the streets, and to go to an atmosphere like that when everybody's drunk and acting stupid, there's times where they stare at you or they start yelling and stuff like that, and I sit there waiting for you, and it pisses me off because I'm not, It's just.
Well, I grew up with that atmosphere.
It's just ghetto, man.
That's why I'm not attracted to that type of hanging out type of thing.
Yeah.
That I've always been more mellow.
I like the high class bars. Yeah.
So
I'm
get
kidding.
it.
No,
yeah. That's why I'm not in the family business, because I've always tried to.
I don't do ghetto bars. I
pave my own way. Distance myself from it, but it's my mama and she's asked me for help.
I get what you do, but
like many restaurant industry right now, a lot of them are suffering. There's no staff.
Yeah.
I've called agencies and they've told me that they have nobody right now.
Yeah.
And it's just we hire people and they quit a day or two later.
No, you do what you gotta do. I get it.
So it's all temporarily.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
yeah,
you gotta help out the family when you can.
All right, that's it.
So Stranger Things, I'm excited for the new season in 2024. Fucking shit, why so long?
Yeah.
And then the whole Uvalde situation is very unfortunate, and
horrible. May
God console the parents and give them peace, and may the children be resting peacefully. And
dude, if my kids were there, I'm fucking jumping the fence. I don't give a fuck. You're gonna see the fattest guy out there running, that'd be me.
Yeah.
For real. I don't give a fuck. You know when you have adrenaline like that?
You don't feel shit.
No, I don't give a fuck if I get arrested. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
You can arrest me later, but I'm saving my kids or whatever. Do what
whoever you can.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And if I was a cop, man, I hope that it wasn't the case. I just hope that the leadership that was handling.
Have these agencies even apologized to the given what is it called when they give the
report?
Conference?
They're standing
to apologize to the family, to community, being like, you know what, you guys, to the city of Uvalde, I apologize.
No, because I'm answering this right now. I just read the article right now. One of the articles. They're standing by their actions. Which is what? Doing nothing? They're standing by their officers. They're standing by their leadership. A lot of these officials, they're standing by them.
It's all money, man.
It's so fucking stupid. Instead of saying, you know what, we fucked up. Because I think people could understand it when you come on. If you're a fucking man and you say, you know, I fucked up. I'm sorry. Yeah. They could accept that. Yeah. Yeah, they're going to be pissed, but they could accept it. But when you deny,
it brings on more rage.
Yeah, that's the rage that the parents have. That's the rage. Because they went to, I'm telling you, that meeting. And
they went to a town hall, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And they were denying that those people are standing by what the law enforcement said. And now that the governor turned on them, these people are still hanging out with these. Oh, we stand by our officers. We stand by the leadership. We stand by the actions that they. What actions? You took no action. Mm-hmm. That's it. Yeah. It's frustrating.
It is.
My name is Gus. Thank you, Heidi.
Thank you, Gus, for inviting me again.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't win the lotto.
Oh, shit. Somebody did in Iowa. I don't know where the
Illinois.
Illinois? Fucking shit.
Yeah.
I could have been a billionaire, guys.
Yeah.
I could have made my throne of gold.
We could have bought our microphones made out of gold. Mine would have diamonds.
Shit, right?
Just because I'm a girly girl.
Fuck.
Yeah. Anyways.
That should not now that's bad, man. Fuck.
Yeah. We'll catch you guys later.
My name is Gus. Thank you, Heidi. We'll catch you guys next time. Bye.